Faith as trust in the invisible. Beloved brothers and sisters, today I want to take you on a journey deep into the heart of God, a place where the invisible becomes real, where the impossible becomes possible. Have you ever wondered what faith truly is? It's not just a beautiful word we use in church. It's the force that moves mountains, transforms lives, and connects us with heaven. Hebrews 11 verse 1 tells us, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Did you hear that? Faith is assurance. It's conviction. It's not a blind leap, but a confident step in the hands of God. Imagine Abraham, a man just like any of us, to whom God said, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household and go to the land I will show you." Genesis 12 verse 1. Abraham didn't have a map or a detailed plan, but he had something far more powerful. He had faith. He trusted in God's promise, even when he couldn't see the full path. Brothers and sisters, how often do we freeze in fear because we can't see the end of the road? Faith says, "Trust me, even if you don't understand it all." Here's the secret. Faith isn't about what we see, it's about who we trust. God doesn't ask us to understand everything. He asks us to believe in Him. Are you willing to take that step of faith today? To trust in the invisible, in what God is doing behind the scenes? Because, believe me, He never fails. Faith activated through obedience. But, dear brothers and sisters, faith is not just a feeling we hold in our hearts. True faith is demonstrated through action. James 2 verse 17 warns us, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." What does this mean? It means that faith without action is like an engine without fuel. It goes nowhere. Think of Rahab, a woman living in Jericho. She wasn't a theologian or a religious leader. She was an ordinary person, but her faith led her to act. When the spies of Israel came to her house, she hid them and helped them escape. Joshua 2 verses 1 to 24. Rahab didn't just believe in the God of Israel. She acted on her faith, even risking her life. Her faith wasn't passive. It moved, it obeyed. Here's a question we all need to ask ourselves. Are we willing to obey God even when we don't understand His plans? Abraham obeyed without knowing where he was going. Hebrews 11 verse 8. And that obedience was the fruit of his faith. Brothers and sisters, faith isn't just a feeling. It's a decision translated into action. What step of obedience is God asking you to take today? Is there something He has been telling you to do, but you've been postponing out of fear or doubt? Remember, faith isn't just for the great heroes of the Bible. It's for each of us. And when we obey, even in the small things, God does great things. Faith that transforms and brings victory. Now, dear brothers and sisters, we come to the climax of our reflection. Faith that transforms and brings victory. Faith not only sustains us in trials, but leads us to triumph over them. 1 John 5 verse 4 tells us, "For everyone born of God overcomes the world." This is the victory that has overcome the world, even our faith. Did you hear that? Our faith is the victory. It's not our strength or intelligence. It's our faith in God. Think of David, a young shepherd who faced a giant named Goliath. While everyone else saw an enemy too big to defeat, David saw an opportunity to glorify God. 1 Samuel 17 verses 45 to 47. What made the difference? His faith. David didn't trust in his skill with a sling. He trusted in the God who had delivered him from the lion and the bear. And that faith led him to victory. Brothers and sisters, trials are part of our journey, but they are not the end of the story. 1 Peter 1 verses 6 to 7 tells us that trials are like fire that purifies gold. They strengthen our faith and make it more valuable. If you are going through a trial today, don't see it as a punishment but as an opportunity to grow in faith. God is with you, and He will use this situation to strengthen you and reveal His power. Living a life of faith. Beloved, the secret of faith is not an unattainable mystery. It's trusting God, obeying Him, and believing that He is in control. Faith is nourished by His Word, Romans 10 verse 17, and is a gift He gives us, Ephesians 2 verses 8 to 9. Today, I invite you to examine your life and ask yourself, in what area do I need to exercise my faith? What step of obedience am I postponing? Remember, faith is not just for the great heroes of the Bible. It's for every one of us. May this week be an opportunity to live by faith, trusting that God keeps His promises and that, through faith, we can see His glory in our lives. May the Lord fill you with faith, hope, and love. Amen.
If this video has touched your heart and has been a blessing to you, we invite you to leave an Amen in the comments as a sign of your faith and gratitude. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss more content that strengthens your spirit. May God always bless you. See you in the next video.